Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is good? What is going on? It is your boy, Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of Mind of a Gamer, fellow TOA member, fellow Mog Boy. And yes, it is a Saturday. And no, this is not Mind of a Gamer. This is definitely something a little different for today. Uh, but yo, man, it's been a minute. It's been quite a while. It's definitely good to be here, man. I'm really hyped, really excited. Yo, Vagrant Ronin, what is going on, man? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Vanny Pan in the building. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Really appreciate y'all coming through, man. Real talk. But yo, man, this is definitely an episode of When Persona Speaks, episode 21. We definitely about to chop it up, man. We're gonna speak on a couple things, man. I'm a little late, man. Work has been really killing me lately, man. It's I really haven't had time to be on social media. I haven't had no time to play no games. I haven't had no time to really do anything but go to work, come home, and go to sleep because I'd be tired, man. I'd be tired. But I have been seeing a lot of things within social media, news articles and things like that I definitely wanted to speak on and kind of touch on. I'm a little late to the party, but yo, listen, when Persona gives his thoughts, you always know his thoughts is the definitive. You feel me? Never mind what everybody else talking about. When Persona speaks, when Persona speaks, you already know. When Persona speaks, you listen. I'm getting worked also. Yeah, man. Yo, listen, man. I put this on Twitter the other day, man. I was so glad when Friday hit because I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for the weekend to be here. I really, really couldn't wait for the weekend to be here because work has just been it's been really, really hectic this week. Having to be in like super early and staying super late. And, by the time I get home, it's like 8 o'clock at night. So, all I want to do is, take a shower and go to sleep. I'm not even eating. I'm taking showers and just going to sleep all week. I haven't touched no video games. I haven't played no games this week at all. Nothing. All I do is cut on my Netflix or Hulu, hop into bed, and I KO, man. But we back at it though. We back at it, man. Things is definitely gonna kind of go back to normal. But I did see a lot of stuff happening within the gaming community that I did want to talk about, things that I did want to touch on, things that I really did want to give my thoughts on because why not, right? Why not? Also, big shout out to my bro Bari, Jay Bari. Definitely happy birthday to him. Today is his birthday. If you follow Bari on Twitter, make sure you shout him out, man. Say happy birthday to him and whatnot. But yeah, with that being said, yo, let's get into it, man. Cause this week I've seen I was seeing it was this week and last week. It was a little bit last week too on Twitter. I was seeing people give like gaming reviews of like the first half of the year so far. And some people were saying like a lot of like crazy shit. You feel me? Like, this year so far has been lackluster. This year has been pretty boring or not that really eventful or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I want to give my thoughts on 2018 so far this year. Yo, Vagrant, yo, listen, man, this week has been hell. Trust me, I know. If nobody else understands you, trust me when I tell you, I understand you. Trust me. But yeah, yo, so first half of this year so far, for gaming, first off, for and this may come off as a little messed up, and listen, I'm someone, I have to be honest with you guys, man. I don't want to lie to you. Um, I feel like if you saying this year has not been that great, or if you feel that this year so far in 2018 for gaming hasn't been great, I really feel that's a you problem. That's a you problem. Like, I really feel there's something fundamentally wrong with you. You feel me? Just looking at everything that has come out so far this year, it's just been so great, so amazing. And granted, everyone has their own opinions, everybody has their own views, everybody plays what they play, which is perfectly fine. You feel me? I don't want to, say you're wrong for playing, what you like to play. But if you only confine yourself to a small pocket of games or a small bubble of games, then you know you cheat yourself out of great games. You feel me? Who is you? He is me. Yo, Cypher, what is good, bro? You really cheat yourself out of like really good games, I feel, right? So when it comes to 2018 so far, for me, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna speak on it as a whole, but I'm also gonna break it down into the big three. Big three being Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, just because it's only fair. You feel me? Yo, we got Sarge in the building. Shout out to Sarge 0079. All right, so let's start with the elephant in the room. All right, and the elephant in the room is Xbox. Right? Let's start with it. So this year for Xbox, first half of the year for Xbox, for me personally, has been probably not probably has been the worst time for Xbox for me personally. There really hasn't been anything that has pulled me in. I've tried Sea of Thieves, I played Sea of Thieves, I played State of Decay 2. I was hoping Crackdown 3 would release this year, in early in the year at that, but obviously that got pushed back. But for Xbox, man, this year for Xbox really hasn't been good for gamers. Just because there really hasn't been anything to really captivate me. I'll say like anything that really pulls me in and really has me like, yo, I'm coming home. Like, yo, I really want to play my Xbox. I really want to play this. I really want to enjoy this. There really hasn't been anything to come out this year so far that really has done that. And the same thing for last year. Last year, most of last year was like that for the Xbox as well. Like the only thing that really captivated me last year for Xbox was Cuphead. Cuphead is an amazing game, by the way. But this year, looking at the duds that have released for Xbox so far, it really hasn't been that good of a year for Xbox gaming wise for the first half of 2018. It really just like I gotta keep it real. It wasn't good. It isn't good. And I really feel bad for the people that do primarily play on Xbox, just because I feel like you're getting the short end of the stick when it comes to gaming. Especially when you're looking at what everybody else is getting and how everybody else is enjoying the games that they're getting. I kind of feel bad for that group of people, just because and outside of the multiplats, people like to bring up the multiplats, and we'll bring up the multiplats when we do an overall thoughts of 2018 in terms of gaming. But when I speak on the big three, I'm only speaking on exclusives, because obviously exclusives is what matter. Exclusives. Oh, hold on. My fault. Exclusives is what matter. Exclusives is what sell consoles. So obviously, when I'm speaking on the big three, I'm speaking on exclusives only. There's a lot of people where when you I remember when people would say, "Oh, well, Xbox doesn't have any games," and then you have people respond and say, "Oh, well, we've got this game, that game, and this game, and that game. We got multiplats," and I'm like, we know you have multiplats. Everybody has multiplats. When people say Xbox doesn't have games, people aren't saying Xbox is not getting multiplats. Like, that's not what people are saying. People are saying Xbox don't got no exclusives. You feel me? Like, and come on, we all know what that means. Like, when people say Xbox don't got no games. And so I'm gonna say it here, Xbox ain't got no games. This year, first half of the year for Xbox has been shitty, has been lackluster, has not been good. Which is sad, because it's like you as much as we we all crack jokes on Xbox. Xbox has been the butt of the jokes all generation. But then it's like when you look and see, look at everybody else and you see how poorly Xbox is doing, it comes a point in time when you're looking at it and you're like, damn, man, like you want Xbox to do good. You do. Like it comes a point where you do. Vanny Penn saying it's mainly Xbox preferred console gamers saying this shit. Vanny, you definitely speaking facts there. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. All right, my fault. So yeah, like normally when you see things like that, uh, it's definitely sad to a degree. It really is. But that's the world we live in right now. Xbox is definitely falling behind. I hope they get their stuff right. But as for the first half of 2018, it definitely it was rough. it was really rough. And it's definitely, especially after you see E3, you could kind of see where they're trying to fix their mistakes and trying to they're trying to set up. But I feel like Microsoft is setting up not for the battle, but for the war. And what I mean by that is, they acquired these studios and things like that. Which, that's, acquiring studios is one thing, but, bringing out quality content from these studios is another, and that's something where people still have to play the waiting game. You feel me? Like people are still going to be playing the waiting game. So it's still something where you're happy that they got these studios, but then in the back of your mind, it's like, okay, how many years I got to wait for a game from these guys? 2 years, maybe? I would say anywhere between 2 and 4 years from some of these dudes, especially Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory literally just put their game out last year. They're still, if they are developing anything, it's very early stages. You feel me? So we're not seeing nothing from them. We may see like a little teaser, maybe at next year's E3 or something like that. But in terms of like gameplay and release dates and stuff like that, you're gonna be waiting a little minute. So yeah, Microsoft, step it up. Step it up. And then let's go ahead. Let's move on to Nintendo. So for Nintendo, first half of the year for Nintendo, I was gonna say Nintendo wasn't that great either, but really what saved Nintendo for me has been Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler is such an amazing game, and Octopath really has like pulled me in and captivated me, man. Like I think I put about 40 hours into Octopath Traveler now. And it's like with Octopath Traveler, I've really just been, that's all I've been playing for like the past 2 weeks or so. But pretty much just the game came out. I've been playing that like quite a lot. I've been streaming it on my Twitch channel and whatnot. And it's definitely is one of those games where it pays good homage to old school JRPGs. And if you're someone that does love JRPGs, you're definitely going to love Octopath Traveler. And it's one of those games that is really easy to get lost in. Like you can really get lost in Octopath. And that's kind of what happened to me, because like I got a lot of games that I still need to finish on my PlayStation. And I've been playing my Switch quite a lot. And I'll admit this, I've played my Switch more in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however long I put more time into my Switch in the past 2 or 3 weeks than I have since the Switch launched. honestly. So Octopath definitely is that game that really has saved the Switch for me personally. Kirby Star Allies is also another game that's really good. I haven't finished it yet, but it is definitely a dope game. Um, it's really easy. It really is an easy game. I was hoping for a little more of a challenge with it, but it is dope. But outside of like Kirby and Octopath, I really don't like nothing else really has gravitated towards me with the Switch. Mario Tennis was kind of there for a second, but then I'm like, do I really want to? Do I really want to buy this and play this? And I'm looking and I'm like, nah, I don't. But first half of the year for Nintendo is if I had to score it, I would say Nintendo gets a B plus, because Octopath, it gets a B plus for the first half of the year. Really good, really good. Xbox, I give Xbox like a D. For the first half of the year, like a D. I won't give it an F because they did put out something, but I give them a D. On to PlayStation. You know why? You know why it's so bad too? Like, where like sometimes when you're speaking on like the consoles and stuff like that, it's like because PlayStation gets praised so much that when some people listen, they'll assume you're being biased because PlayStation is getting praised so much. And it's like when you really look at it, PlayStation is getting so much praise because they doing shit right. You feel me? Like they doing shit right. And the first half of the year for PlayStation has been nothing short of phenomenal. Let's keep it a buck here, guys. The first half of the year for PlayStation has been nothing but phenomenal. Phenomenal. You feel me? We've got God of War, which is 10 out of 10 greatness. We've got Detroit Become Human, which is again 10 out of 10 greatness. We've got Nino Kuni 2, amazing. We've got I lost my train of thought. Shining Resonance, that's another good game. PlayStation has been doing really good at releasing these really top-notch quality games at the beginning of the year. Like they've been doing for like the past 2-3 years now, because last year they did it with Horizon Zero Dawn and Nier and Gravity Rush and all that stuff. And this year they continued that same thing. God of War and Detroit are like huge heavy hitter titles, man, that released the first half of the year and really are really good games. Like they really captivated a lot of people. That special edition God of War console, fire. I like it. I like it a lot. It was really dope. And they just have been doing good. They've been the what do you call it? The exposés that they do where they have Game Informer kind of talk to the devs and show little snippets of the game before the game releases, announcing release dates and stuff like that. I really like that. The way that PlayStation has been keeping like the public eye on them in a good way has been really good this year so far. First half of the year, game wise, it's been really, really great. And when you look at the second half of the year, Spider-Man, Yakuza, Kiwami 2, it's a lot of quality games that's about to come out and really shut shit down. I really think Spider-Man's about to shut like a lot of stuff down. Like it really is. Spider-Man is going to shut a lot of things down. Spider-Man is going to be that game that really is going to. I really feel Spider-Man that's going to move. That's going to move units. You feel me? Like it's going to feel like PlayStation launch week all over again with that Spider-Man, especially with that special edition PS4, which we'll talk about later. But PlayStation has been killing it this year game-wise, and they really have been doing a good job of keeping their consumers, keeping their customers happy. Honestly, as a PlayStation gamer, I'm happy. I am, because the exclusives that have been releasing, quality. You can't find those anywhere else. So PlayStation get an A from me. Matter of fact, A plus. They get an A plus. First half of the year for PlayStation has been phenomenal. Now 2018 as a whole, like when you look at all the games, like Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Monster Hunter and just everything that's been coming out this year. As a gamer, like you really can't complain this year. Like this year has been crazy for gaming. There's been nonstop crazy releases all year since the beginning of the year, man. We've had Monster Hunter Worlds, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. We've had what's that? No, not Tekken. It was Ni no Kuni 2. We've had Sword Art Online. We have the God of War and all that other stuff. All the quality games that's just releasing, Octopath, everything. There really is something for everybody this year when it comes to gaming. You can't look at the first half of 2018 and say to yourself that there's nothing, there was nothing for me. I really feel there really was something for everybody, man. I honestly do. I honestly feel like there was something for everybody, especially for me. I was picking up games left and right. I had to slow down, like, yo, hold up. I gotta beat some of these games. You feel me? It's been a lot of quality games coming out, man. Like this year has been great. And what's crazy is when you look at the beginning of 2018 and then you look at the second half is about to be even more crazy than the first half with Spider-Man and Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed and Dragon Quest 11, that's at the top of my list of most anticipated. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which I'm hyped for. What else is coming out? Battlefield 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Fallout 76. Like all these crazy games released in the second half of the year. Like all year long, this year has been nonstop quality games. At least 1 to 2 games every month has come out since the beginning of this year and have been quality. And the end of the year is about to finish out really strong. First half of the year for me is really gets an A+ for me, because there really has been something for everybody, including especially myself. For myself, I've been spread all around, man. I've been on my Switch. I've been on my PlayStation. I was even on my Xbox trying out Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. Like I was like, it really has been something all around for everybody, man. And I can't complain. I'm happy. As a gamer, I'm extremely, extremely happy to be a gamer. You feel me? Looking at what has come out so far and looking at what's coming up next, I can't be mad. I can't complain. I don't know how y'all feel. Let me know. Because 2018 has been crazy. But yeah, that's my thoughts on 2018 game reviews. Now I want to talk about these 2 Xboxes, because this I had to like read about this, and it kind of like I was kind of confused a little bit, because at first I thought it was the Xbox 2, and they were just talking about cloud streaming service that was just going to be on the new Xbox. Then I realized it's 2 Xboxes that they're talking about that's going to be releasing. One is going to be a traditional style console, and the other one is going to be a streaming device for you to stream games on. Now, my issue with this is people seeing this makes me think has me go back to the PS3, the PS3 era. Remember during PS3 when Sony announced the PS3 console or whatever, and it was like fucking 3 or 5 different versions where you could get a 20 gig one, you could get a 40 gig, you can get a 60 gig, you could get this one has backwards compatibility, this one doesn't, this one has the memory card slot. Like it was all this crazy stuff that like really was confusing a lot of people. And that that mixed in with the pricing is kind of what messed up PS3. But when I look at Xbox and Xbox having two different consoles, I feel like that's, I don't know. I feel like that's a little weird. I don't know like what the purpose of that is. Like well, obviously the purpose is one is going to be a streaming, but I feel like with something like that, why not just have all of that in one central console and kind of just sell it off like that? I don't really see the purpose of having 2 Xboxes one dedicated for streaming, especially with when you look at Game Pass and Game Pass's whole selling point being the fact that you can download your games, download the games from Game Pass. You don't have to stream them because if memory serves me right, and I got good memory, what the biggest downfall of PlayStation Now and why a lot of people didn't like PlayStation Now was the fact that it was a streaming service instead of, oh, you should be able to download your games. People wanted to be able to download the games and they should be able to keep the games on their console and all this other like outlandish stuff. People weren't feeling the streaming. You feel me? The streaming was definitely something that a lot of people weren't feeling, which is why to this day people tend to shit on PlayStation Now. Even though PlayStation Now streaming is like on some real stuff. I've tried it just as recently as maybe a month ago. PlayStation streaming is really, really solid, honestly. I was surprised at how good it is. I have good internet though, but it's definitely something that, not saying that Microsoft can't do it or Microsoft shouldn't do it. If that's something Microsoft should do, I feel like it should still be, everything should be centralized around one console and kind of just focus on that. Because I feel like when you start veering off into other consoles and you start, trying to split things up and doing all these crazy things, I feel like something's going to be lacking somewhere, and I've seen a lot of people praising this, the fact that there is going to be a streaming only console. And this is where I kind of get I kind of have to shake my head at the community, just because when Sony announced PlayStation Now, and never mind the pricing, because there's going to be that group of people that's going to bring up the pricing. The pricing was messed up in the beginning, which they fixed. It ain't perfect, but listen, it's better than what it was, believe me. But when you look at the backlash that PlayStation got for PS Now, and then you see how hyped people are, or how people are saying that that Xbox streaming service is going to be it's going to innovate, it's going to be better, it's going to be you can't help but laugh, because it's like, yo, PlayStation has been doing this for how long now, man? With PlayStation Now, how long has PlayStation Now been out? PlayStation Now, when it first came out, it was on everything. You could play it on TVs. You could play it on PS3, PS4, on the Vita, on the Go. It's the same thing with how people give. Yo, Demi, what's good, man? Throws up the mug. Yo, if you're trying to come through, let me know. I'll slide you the invite. Have a little impromptu mini mug talk or whatever. If you're trying to come through. But let's think back to PlayStation and the Vita, right? Remember when PlayStation Vita first came out? What was the biggest complaint that people had with the PS Vita? What were people saying? People were saying they don't want console-like experiences on the go. You guys remember that? You remember that? That is what the main gripe was. Go look back at some of those early articles from these gaming websites and go look back at what people were saying. People were saying that the PS Vita was not something that people wanted because they didn't want console-like experiences on the go. They praised the 3DS for being accessible, and they praised the 3DS for being, kid friendly, and the 3DS was, it was just overall better handheld to have because it didn't take itself seriously. You guys remember that? Yo, shout out to Zeke, man. Zeke just came through. Thank you, Zeke, for coming through, man. Persona speaking that truth. Big shout out to Zeke, man. Big supporter of TOA boys, man. Definitely appreciate you. Billy Amos, I love PlayStation Now. Had it since day one. My family, I do family night on PlayStation Now almost every week. Hey, you see what I mean? That's someone that uses the service. You feel me? Shout out to Billy. But all right, so you remember with PS Vita, people say they didn't want console-like experiences on the go. Now fast forward to the Nintendo Switch, right? The Nintendo Switch gets announced, it gets launched, whatever. Everyone's happy. Why? What's the selling factor of the Switch? Oh, well, it's cool that, I can start playing Zelda at home and then I can just pick up my console and go. You know, I'm not tethered to just the TV. I'm not tethered to the console. You guys remember that? You remember when people were speaking that whole, you know, that's what makes the Switch so amazing and why it's not a console, it's a hybrid. It's not a home console, it's a handheld, right? All these games are coming out. People are happy to be able to, and granted, you know, that's what's up. You know, it's a console like experience on the go. That really, if you look at the Switch, that really is what it is. It's a console like experience on the go. But when you look at PlayStation and what PlayStation was doing with that 2-3 years ago before the Switch, it was a negative. You feel me? And that goes to show the bias within the community. Now, fast forward to PS Now. What was the gripes with PS Now? PS Now, the gripes with PS Now was people around the world don't have the same type of internet. People around the world don't have good internet. These are the negatives and the issues that people had, that people were worried about. Oh, I don't want to have to stream games. I shouldn't have to stream games. I don't want to stream da 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 da. That's the issue, right? That was the issue. Now what? PlayStation does PS Now. Actually, don't look forward to streamable future in gaming. ISP service can't handle it. Yo, Demi, if you're trying to come through, let me know, bro. I'll send you an invite. I know you probably got a lot to say about this. What was I saying? But yo, it was a lot. Like, it was, you know, that was one of the biggest gripes with PS Now was the streaming. A lot of people were scared of having the, you know, the latencies, the lag, being able to have good enough internet to do that. That's what the issue was, right? So fine, you know, people don't want to use PS Now. People are shitting on the service without even trying it. People are, you know, and granted, you know, every service or anything, any product that comes out isn't always going to be perfect. You know, there's things that's not perfect about PlayStation. There's things not perfect about PlayStation services. Trust me, there are. So PS Now comes out, it gets shitted on. You feel me? People aren't feeling it. Now, fast forward to now with this news, and people are saying that the Xbox Scarlet 2 Cloud, whatever you want to call this shit, that this is what gaming is going. This is the innovation they were looking for in gaming. What innovation are you talking about? Like, one, and this goes to the obvious biases within the gaming community, or the lack of knowledge. I don't know if it's biased knowledge, if it's just people speaking out they ass, people trying to get clicks. I don't know, right? But with PlayStation, with Xbox talking about bringing a cloud streaming service to their platform, or creating an entirely separate console for that, and then saying that they're going to create a better it's going to be created better, and all this weird shit. In my mind, I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, what the hell was PS Now? What is PS Now? Like, what is that then? You feel me? How is that not a good service, especially if you're praising a service that hasn't even proven itself yet? We don't even know what this is going to go. And shout out to Bari, because Bari made a good point in his podcast. I was watching his podcast that he did earlier in the week. And he made a great point that, had he not made that point, I would have made this point. But he made it, so I got to throw props to him, because he did make this point. And I'm going to use it right now. How are we going to sit here and look at Microsoft and say Microsoft has figured out a way to create better cloud technology so that games that are streamed can perform better, when Crackdown 3 can't even get the destruction right? We still waiting on Crackdown 3. Ladies and gentlemen, when was Crackdown 3 announced? When was it? How many times has it been pushed back? What have we seen when it comes to the power of the cloud with Crackdown 3, which is supposed to be the front runner of, you know, cloud-based technology, and how we're going to be pushing this into games and doing all these great things? Where? You feel me? None of that is, like, we're not seeing none of that. Microsoft hasn't proved themselves in a lot of areas, man. Yo, shout out to Sam Walton. Yeah, PS Now runs good for me. PS Now runs great for me. Granted, I have good internet, but the threshold or the requirements to get a steady experience on PS Now isn't really that demanding. 5 megabits down, that's not that demanding at all. 5 megabits, you need that to run Netflix. You feel me? Like that's some Netflix type shit. You feel me? If you can run Netflix, I feel like you can run PS Now. And Netflix is another thing I'm gonna touch on in a second. But people my issue with some people is people tend to give the benefit of the doubt to these some of these companies that haven't proven themselves. You feel me? When it came to the PS Now service, I was skeptical as hell. I'm gonna be honest. I was very skeptical. After I tried it, I was like, all right, cool. But when it comes to Xbox, with the cloud services, cloud tech, and they bought these companies, so now they're going to create good games. People tend to give Microsoft wins that they haven't earned yet. I can't wholeheartedly get behind Microsoft and cloud tech and streaming when you still haven't proven yourself in the game that you said the cloud tech was going to be the most prominent in. Crackdown 3. I can't get behind Microsoft and a new console when they haven't proven themselves with the current console that's out. I can't get behind Microsoft and them acquiring new studios and try to act like everything's la-di-da after the last 3 years that they had. The run that they had. I like Microsoft has to prove, actually all of them have to prove themselves, but especially Microsoft. Hold on, guys. Jeez. I'm so popular today, man. Fucking all my deliveries want to come at the same time. Jesus Christ. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Microsoft has to prove themselves. Now, my other issue is Microsoft sold people on Game Pass off the strength of it being able to download games, right? Why stream? I don't get it. Like you're giving people the ability to download games. This is what people wanted when it came to these type of services. So you give that to them, and then you turn around and say you're making a streaming service. Where does that leave Game Pass? Why even create Game Pass if you were going to stream, if you were going to create a streaming service anyway? It all goes back to, remember at the very beginning of the generation when Microsoft was doing their reveal and they were talking about, always online and streaming and diskless consoles and all these crazy things that really scared a lot of people, right? Remember that? You guys remember that? Microsoft has done a good job at conditioning its fan base, and not everybody. This isn't everybody. Like, yeah, listen, hit dogs holler. If it don't apply, let it fly. That's the disclaimer. Microsoft has done a good job of conditioning some of its fan base to accepting the things that they hated in the beginning of the generation. Always online, digital only, all that stuff. All that stuff was hated at the beginning of the generation. Remember that joke that Shu and Adam Boyce made where it was like, this is how you share games with your friends. And they made that little video make cracking jokes. This is what part of that is what hurt Microsoft at the beginning of the gen. Was that whole DRM business. People hated that. People hated that. No one was feeling that. People, even to this day, I remember when Hellblade first came out, right? A lot of people said they weren't going to buy Hellblade because Hellblade was digital only. You still can't get people to buy games digitally. You can't get people to buy games digitally. But the streaming service is what you all for. Where's the logic in that, man? Ladies and gentlemen, help me out here. Am I saying cloud streaming is bad? I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is people do not keep the same energy when it comes to what they believe in, what they stand by. People don't stand by their convictions. People are easily swayed when it comes to their console of choice, their preference, even if it's wrong. Listen, if Sony did some stupid shit, if Sony doing some stupid shit, you best believe Persona gonna speak on it. You feel me? Because as much as I love PlayStation, as much as I rock with PlayStation and I love the exclusives and everything. PlayStation ain't perfect, man. PlayStation is not perfect. PlayStation does have a lot of things that they need to fix. A lot of things they need to work on internally within themselves. Now, Microsoft, we all know what they need to fix. The games, they ain't releasing no games, and I feel like they moving too fast. They feel like they're moving too fast, and I feel like a lot of people aren't speaking on or calling out Microsoft on the bullshit. Like, it's bullshit. You feel me? Like, yo, I'm gonna call it out because it's bullshit. Cloud streaming is now what everyone's hype about, but Game Pass is what people flock towards. You won't use PS Now, but you'll use the Xbox Scarlet Cloud because what? Why? It's the same thing. PlayStation's been doing it for 4 years, but you trust Microsoft at doing something that they just now getting their foothold into. We still ain't seen them prove themselves yet with Crackdown 3, but you ready to bend over backwards for cloud streaming. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. I don't want to hear that. What's this game? Let me just show me some game just now. Oh, this looks fire. Shout out to Demi. Just show me some game that's I don't know what the hell this is. Look like like a beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up style game. Wrist One's Neck and Streets of Rage inspired indie game. Also Streets. Oh yes, a Streets of Rage inspired game. It looks pretty cool. Lob the link. All right, hold on. They said lob the link. Hold on, guys. We about to have an impromptu mug podcast. Oh my god. The bro Demi about to come through. Hey. Hold up. Here we go. Yeah, we got Demi about to come through, guys. It's about to be a movie. About to be fun. Now it's about to get good because now it's an impromptu mod podcast. We might have to change the name. You feel me? But yeah, man, like that's my issue. That's my issue with Xbox, man. You do Game Pass. Your selling point is the fact you can download the games, but now you want to stream them. Everyone was shitting on streaming the games because of latency and stuff like that, but somehow Microsoft is gonna fix the latency. If your internet is ass, your internet is ass. Period. There is no getting around that. You feel me? And that was what a lot of people was using as their excuse. Oh well, I don't have the best internet, or everybody doesn't have good internet. Nah. So it's like, how the fuck you gonna stream the game if you don't have no internet? How you streaming the game? Microsoft gonna fix that too? Microsoft gonna pay your bills? They gonna pay your rent? Listen, man. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta stand. Like, y'all got to start holding some of these people accountable, man. Like folks really got to stand by folks really got to start standing by their convictions, man. That's one of the biggest problems that I've always had within the game community is a lot of people they push to the side who they really are. It's the same thing with games, like with games that people like. You know, I love Japanese games. Like I'll say that, I'll shout that to the heavens. You know, one of my favorite games this generation. Shout out to Michi because he introduced me to this game with Shenron Kagura. That's fan service as hell. You feel me? Hey, it's dope. It's a dope game. I like it. You feel me? Like people are scared. I feel like a lot of people are scared to speak or say how they really feel about different things that pertains to gaming out of fear of being an outcast within their group, within their circle or their group. And it's like, listen, man. I don't play games for other people. I play games for myself. When people start spending money on my consoles and games and buying me consoles and shit like that, then they can have a say-so of what I play and how I enjoy games. But until then, like, ain't nobody going to influence me to hate a genre of game or hate a console or hate a nah. Listen, if something is fucked up, if something ain't right, if something I don't agree with, it's gonna get spoken on, man. And people need to start speaking from their heart. Shout out to Barry. Yo, we got Demi in the building. Yo, Demi, what up, man? Oh no. Okay, Demi not there. My fault. I thought Demi was here. Got to fix the mic. Oh, he muted. That's why. Demi here, but he muted. Shout out to everybody watching so far, man. I really appreciate you guys. This was like really impromptu as hell. I kind of just wanted to do it, but yeah. So and then as far as like the traditional Xbox, you know, we still need to see what that's about. I'm excited for next gen because I want to see what next gen has in store for us as gamers. But I'm also still very much invested within this gen because there's still a lot of great games that are coming out this gen that I'm very excited to play, very excited to see, especially after this E3 that just passed. Listen, I can get at least another 2 years out of my PS4. I'm gonna keep it a buck. At least another 2 years, maybe more, depending. But yeah, I can get at least another 2 years, maybe even 3. 3 might be pushing it, but at least another 2 to 3 years out of my PS4. Switch, you know, Switch is just there, and Xbox, you know, Xbox. Xbox is just there chilling, man, honestly. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's move on. So I want to talk about this Spider-Man PS4. I had a picture of it. I lost the picture though. What is Demi saying? I'm here, give me a minute. All right, Demi said he's here, but give him a minute. All right, cool. So while Demi does that, I want to talk about the Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man and PS4 console. We gotta just look in awe at how amazing, how beautiful, how magnificent this console is. Hold on, let me share my screen now, ladies and gentlemen. I got you. Send to everyone. Here we go. All right. So, if you've been living under a rock, then yeah, Spider-Man PS4 exclusive. Yo, whatever you say that Spider-Man is exclusive, I feel like some people get mad. It's funny to me. Hey, I'm hype. But yeah, you know, Spider-Man PS4. So the game comes out September 7th, and at San Diego Comic-Con, I think it was last weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, they had announced that there is going to be a special edition Spider-Man PS4 Pro and a Slim, but the Slim is exclusive to the UK. So you can't get the Slim in America, but you can get the Pro in America. The Spider-Man Special Edition Spider-Man PS4 Slim is only in the UK, which I kind of wish that was also worldwide, just because that Slim would really, that Slim gonna sell out too, and the Pro, because you can also buy the Pro in the UK, and you can buy the Slim in the UK. And as far as I know, I think both of those consoles are sold out in the UK. It's sold out everywhere. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got mine, so I'm good. But I think it's sold out everywhere. But they did announce a special edition PS4 Pro for here in America, $399. Yeah, $399. And we just got to speak on it, man. This console, first off, red is my favorite color. Red has always been my favorite color since I was a kid. I don't know, something about red is just it's so bright, it's so vibrant. Like when you see the color red, it does something to your endorphins in your brain, and you get excited, you get hyped, man. Like, but when a bull sees red, it get angry. When a human see red, when I see red, I don't know, I get excited. Like, yo, red, that's my color. Yo, I love red. So yeah, red is my favorite color. And so that off rip warrants, like, I would be a fool not to pick up the console, because it's red, guys. It's red. That's my favorite color. I gotta pick it up. And then the Spider-Man symbol on the box, on the console, it's like, yo, man, it's I like it. I like it a lot. It really does look good. It's you know what they say, less is more. It's simple, but it's not too over the top, because some consoles, even though I love, and for example, I love I have the God of War Pro. And what really gravitated me towards the God of War Pro was the design of the Pro, like those little edgings and stuff like that that's on the Pro, which all pertain to the axe. Those are the different sockets. Whenever you upgrade stuff within the axe, those are the different sockets that the upgrades will go in on the axe, and you would actually see that. And then you also see the Jotunheim symbolage and stuff like that all over the axe. The fact that they put that stuff onto the Pro, I think, was a really dope. That really made the console unique to me, just off the simple fact of it pertains to the game. You feel me? The axe is very important in God of War. It's a huge part of the story, and it's a huge part of the lore. And I love the fact that they did push that into the console. A lot of people didn't like the God of War Pro. I loved it. The fact that it's gray, and I like it a lot. Now, fast forward to the Spider-Man Pro, it's Spider-Man. You feel me? Like, who Spider-Man is the most popular, like two of the most popular superheroes, and you can go look this up. The two most popular superheroes of all time are Spider-Man and Batman. You feel me? Batman symbol, you can go to any country on this planet. You show all you gotta do is show the symbol. You don't even got to show the costume. You don't got to show the person. All you got to do is show the symbol. The symbol is what lets people know, oh, this is Spider-Man. Oh, this is Batman. This is whatever. Even the Superman symbol. Like, there's no other symbol like that. So when you see the Spider-Man symbol like that, when you look at that, you know it's Spider-Man, because you know what the Spider-Man symbol is. It's to the point. It says a lot without saying a lot. And I like that, because, again, the fact that it's all red is already a plus for me. The fact that they got this huge ass spider symbol on the top of the damn console is, again, I'm fine. I'm happy with that, because I know who Spider-Man is. Now, I've seen some people saying, maybe if it had like webs around it or some shit. Nah. Honestly, I think webs around the console would have made it look a little tacky. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because you taking away from the red. You feel me? If you had that white all around the console, like that white webbing or whatever all around the console, I feel it would have looked tacky. I'm gonna be honest. It would have looked really tacky. But the fact that it's like this and it's built like this, I like it. I'm happy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very happy. I really can't complain. It's beautiful to me. And the controller looks nice too. Again, the red on white looks nice. Then you got the red etching on the buttons. The red, and you actually got the red triggers as well, which is pretty nice. And then you got the blue. So you got all the colors. You got the red for his suit. You got the white for his spider symbol. And then you got the blue light for the blue on his costume. I like it. I like it a lot. It's beautiful. The fact that it's a pro makes it look even that much better. And then, oh yeah, the blue light on the pro. They go to blue for his costume. There you go. You got the blue light, so it is blue. Oh God, I don't know. I like it though. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for it.
I'm excited for it too.
Yo, we got Demi in the Mog Boys in the building. This is an impromptu Mog podcast. I'm hyped right now because I got my Mog Boy Demi in the building. I'm hyped. I'm excited. Yo, Demi, introduce yourself to the people, please.
What's up, folks? Demi Got Reviews here. The mad reviewer who does other things. Glad to be here. You know, ready to talk some stuff, some games. You know.
Facts. So what you think about the Spider-Man PS4, man? Did you snatch it up or not? You was just like, you good?
I just want the controller, to be honest. The console looks great, but I just really want the controller. And if anybody wants to sell me the controller, you know, you can talk to me after the show.
Hey, bro, listen, if it had an extra, I'd have slid. I'd did you a solid, but I can't part ways with that one. I can't. I give you my other red one. You feel me? But this one, I don't know. Oh man! But do you like like? How you feel about the color, the design? Like, do you wish there was more to this console, or are you happy with this design?
If you want me to be honest, I wish the touchpad was white.
Okay. I can see touchpad white. Okay.
The white touchpad with like one of a red spider on it or something like that, really sealing in like the white and red color scheme. Yeah. And like when you exclusively turn it on, like it has a white light or like a red light coming from it already.
Yeah. That'd been dope. That would have been cool. I could see that. That would have been cool. A white touchpad, and there is no white touch. There are no white touchpad controllers, so that would have been really unique, and people would have been breaking down the door trying to get that controller because that's very.
Like I want like special controllers for like PlayStation. Like I want them to take note from what Xbox does with their special controllers. Like to see if these ones, it's probably one of the best ones that we've had in like ages, where you cut it on, it would glow from like the Xbox insignia, and then like you cut it off, and like it starts to glow from like the buttons and the D-pad and like the analog sticks and stuff like that. There's certain things like I wish Sony would take note from Xbox when it comes to controllers, because they have fire controller schemes, but it just, sometimes you can change it up a little bit with the touchpad or the analog sticks or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Yeah, I agree. There are some Xbox designs that I do like. And PlayStation, like this gen, I think for PlayStation, the best designs were God of War for one. I think God of War is a really good design. That Monster Hunter design, that was really good. And the new Kingdom Hearts PS Pro that's coming out, that was a really good design as well. I really did like that. I really do like that one as well. That is a dope one.
Yeah, they've had some Type really Zero good ones. Type Zero, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, that was a good one. Yeah.
The Uncharted one, the Batman, the Uncharted one. Mm-hmm. I love the Uncharted color scheme. Just
that blue and black, right?
Yeah.
That black etching. That one is I really like that one. That is a really good one. I have that one too, actually sitting in my closet.
I heard those are bad batches of consoles though.
Yeah, that's why it's not getting open. It's it's gonna stay in the closet. It's a collector's item. I ain't even touching that. I'm good. it's gonna stay there. But yeah. I mean, Spider-Man PS4. I'll have the Pro. I've had the collector's edition. I might do unboxings for them. I know Demi, you are getting the game, right?
Of course.
I'm sure Demi, he might stream it or he might post up some clips I'm sure he'll post up some clips, and he definitely will be doing his review.
You know, I try to not stream popular games when they drop because everybody's doing it, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a sea of different people trying to get noticed of the same game that people are already playing. Especially with the big YouTube personalities and like the big Twitch personalities, I'm trying to like not get flushed into that same sea and category.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't stream as many popular titles, but I kind of got to break that now if I'm doing like really big things on Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I try not to stream PlayStation exclusives. Dude, this gonna sound stupid, but because I feel like a lot of people that shit on PlayStation and its games always watch the stream so that they know what they talking about. Nah, you're not getting that from me, bruh. Go play the game, man. Because they'll watch the stream and then, well, you know, in this stream I saw this guy and he walked into this wall and then nah.
I think that goes for every system. I see dudes who you talking about Xbox game. I'm like, oh, so you played it? Nah, man, I watched the stream. Man,
no, man, I watched that stream. Like, huh? You ain't playing games, bro?
Like, I remember some dude was talking about State of Decay 2. And I'm like, yeah, so you played it? He's like, nah, man, you know, I watched this dude stream it. He's playing the PC version, but the game ran like crap. And I was like, what?
What? Yo, I would have had to like, what you talking about, bro? You good?
I was like, dude, what? Slow it down, kid.
Oh man, yo, let me pick your brain. Wow, let me pick your brain for a second on these two Xboxes.
I was born in the darkness, Batman.
What's your thoughts on these two, like the whole streaming Xbox stuff and the stream service? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I'll be honest. I'm very adamant about not using PS Now. And for Xbox streaming service, I'm not going to use that either. And I'll say this. For everybody saying that, you know, Microsoft has the Azure servers and they have all these data banks and data centers, nothing has truly come to fruition from those yet. Because even with those games that were using those servers, it was still kind of jank to begin with. So the fact that we even hearing about streaming and these are going to the same people that was like, oh, I don't want to stream and use PS Now. I don't want to use it because of the internet. I don't want to use it because of the latency and delay. You got to be on the same energy because, yeah, it's probably going to be the same result when it comes from Microsoft or PlayStation. There's probably going to be some delay. There's probably going to be difference in issues. Because streaming a movie or streaming a video is different from streaming an actual game. There's input delay. There's latency. Especially if you're, and I know the Xbox community, if you're going to be streaming a multiplayer game, you're going to want less like milliseconds and differences between the two. So I'm not looking forward to it also because the ISPs that we have now from Comcast, Spectrum, DSL, whoever you may be using, they're not up to par and ready for these speeds to be used like this. Sure, people have high price internet plans and they got the package deals of like 200 down, such and such up, but at the end of the day, you still got to be consistent of like how you're going to use this and like if it's going to be even up to par because sometimes our internet flubs up just because it happens. How many times have you had a disconnection? How many times have I had moments where I'm just lagging just because? It happens. And so these are things you got to put into perspective. I feel like Game Pass and backwards compatibility are two things that you can honestly be excited about because, yeah, there are things that's getting added to it. There's things that's fruition from it. But on the streaming side, I can't be excited for this because there's too many factors that have to vary into this. So
but also that was the biggest selling point for Microsoft over PS Now when Game Pass was first coming out was the fact that you can download the games as opposed to streaming them. So to see them have that type of service, which is, you know, that's crazy, being able to download the whole game and play it, you know, and then just to revert to streaming, I feel like that's kind of kind of sort of backwards in a way, because
Yeah.
you have the one up in that area of service based games when it comes to PS Now and Game Pass. You have the one up. So why dedicate any type of R&D to a streaming only console? You could have just did Game Pass. Like, hey, look, we have a Game Pass machine where you spend $100 on this machine, and you have the Game Pass subscription, and this is what you use to play all your games on.
They do like a Vita TV-S system where it's like a Roku stream stick or something. You put it into the HDMI, and just play it from there.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, and that's why I feel like them doing this cloud-based whatever it is that they're trying to do, I really do feel like it's backwards, and it's really is stupid. Like, and not saying, and I'm not trying to say that streaming is stupid, because honestly, PS Now, I like I said, I used it recently as a month ago. I was using it, and I even told Barry, I was like, yo, Barry, this shit is proper, bro. Like, I'm not seeing no type of hiccups. Even stuff like share play, when you have good internet, share playing with people, like stuff like that is dope and innovative. Really, you feel me? I like
share played God of War when I was stuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. We did. I remember. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Seeing that type of stuff and having that is great. You feel me? But to have Game Pass and have that one up over Sony, just to revert back, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't.
Yeah,
you could have
I don't like the idea of.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yo, Barry in the building. Happy birthday to the bro. Barry just came through to bless the stream, man.
Yo, do I sound clear? Do I sound raspy?
You sound good. You sound lispy.
I sound lispy. Yo, what's good, guys? Yo, my bad, man. See, you guys are talking about this, the streaming. So shout out to my man Debbie, man. I'm proud of my man Debbie, man. Light skinned brother over there. You know what I mean? 600 subs. You know what I mean? Definitely shout out to my man. Yo, is this Mind Enough a Game or this is When Persona Speaks? Oh,
it's When Persona Speaks, but Demi had came through and I was like, yo, Demi, you want to come through? And he was like, yeah, send the link. So I was like, all right, so it's an impromptu When Persona's Mind of a Game.
All right, I got you. My bad. But yeah, man, I find it funny how just a week ago, everybody's answer to PS Now and how to get better was download option. You know what I mean? When that little leak came out, where PS Now might get a download option, everybody was like, "Yeah, finally, Sony, you did what everybody wanted, right?" You remember? Yep. Here you go with some leak for Xbox, and all of a sudden, Microsoft has proven that their cloud system works. They have proven that they will capitalize on cloud gaming, and they should lead the charge and all that. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? That's why I'm putting out like, yo, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, PlayStation doesn't have 4 years of experience using cloud, the cloud to stream your games to play on whatever device, right?
Yeah.
I just don't know how people can be so hyped for this Xbox Scarlet system, right? Mm-hmm. When you was just bashing PS Now for 4 years on how you don't like cloud gaming and streaming games, but everybody's so adamant and so happy-go-lucky to give Microsoft a try with something that you bashed for 4 years.
But that's what I'm saying. And then I even went back to, remember at the beginning of this generation, what was Microsoft talking about? Always online, diskless gaming, digital, all these different things that people hated. They hated this stuff.
Yo, Persona, I told you, some of these people, when they speak, it is not their true thoughts, man. There's hidden agendas here when it comes to. I made my comment on people's rumors on the Scarlet. Matter of fact, remember, it's just rumors. It's not proven stuff. Mm-hmm. Yo, I had people respond to me on Twitter like, yo, this thing is out already, and it's going to destroy PS Now. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? I'm having people. For one, I haven't even compared PS Now and what Microsoft is doing, right? Because it's not out. How can I compare it? How can I say which one is better or not? I'm just asking people, have you tried PS Now? And people is going into fits. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're just a PlayStation fanboy. Like isn't that a normal question? If you have such a strong opinion of something, you know, the first question is most people gonna ask, like, yo, did you try this game out? Did you play the game? Did you try the service out?
Yeah.
Yo, people were getting mad of me asking or anybody asking, did you try PS Now? You know what I mean? I put on my bad for going on a long little.
Like, you good? Go ahead, man.
I put on Twitter, I said, yo, experience means nothing in this gaming community, man. All you got to do is have a good sounding opinion, and you are clear in the air. Like, you know what I mean? The person that is experienced, oh, forget your thoughts. You know what I mean? Oh, you've been using this service for how many years? Oh, forget you put up gameplay. You actually streamed it. You actually have actual tangible evidence of showing input delay and actual gameplay on your channel. Oh, forget that. I want to talk to the person that haven't tried out even the free trial. And talk about this now. You know what I mean? This is just crazy.
Yeah.
My bad.
Nah, it's definitely something. Like I said, man, it's very hypocritical. Like, a lot of people aren't keeping the same energy when it comes to gaming. They don't stand by their convictions. I said this earlier. People aren't standing by their convictions of what they believe in or what they follow. Yo, I was very against. I'll use myself for an example. Remember, Barry, whenever we used to always have talks about games, you used to be like, yo, man, you need to go digital. I'm telling you, digital is the way to go. I used to shit on digital. I was like, yo, man, fuck digital. Digital trash. I don't want to do this. You know, I got to have my games. I got to have it. Yo, 2017, I said, you know what? For the whole year, I'm going to go completely digital just to see if it really is as good as people are saying. I'm full digital now. I don't buy no physical games no more. I don't buy no physical because digital, the instant gratification, the not having to get, you know, and it sounds silly, but not having to get up and change this.
Yep, I'm bougie, and I get physical, and I'm just like, I gotta get up.
Yo, facts, man.
For real, like, yo, and mind you, we could have gone digital since the beginning of the gen. I didn't go digital until 2017, and I was like, you know what? Digital really is the way to go. Like, I'm happy with digital.
I went full digital. I think like late 2012, bro, before the PS4 came out. I was like, yo, when they added that preload in the games, cause you remember PS3, that joint used to be so slow to download the game, bro. And when they added that preload in the game, I said, yep, all right, physical, you out of here, bro.
I ain't go full digital till like I actually got good internet. Cause I had bomb internet at the time when Xbox and PS4 came out. So I said, hey, you know what? I got good internet now. Why do I need to go to GameStop or Walmart or whatever to buy my games? So I'm like, you know what? Let me test these speeds. Ooh, I got 100 down. Say no more.
Yo, especially when you got like a quarter tank. You got a quarter tank left. You're like, yo, listen, should I use this to go to GameStop or can save this to go to work?
I got $5 on my bus card. What am I going to do?
What have I done? Yo, listen, you know what really pushed me too? Because I don't really shop at GameStop and Best Buy and all. I don't really shop at those places. I mainly shopped at Amazon. And remember, my collector's editions would always come late. And I always wouldn't be able to play the game day one. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I would like my shit would never come. So I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. So that was really was what was also pushing me.
12 o'clock, bro.
Yo, 12 o'clock. The game is preloaded. The game preloads the day before. So I was happy with that. I'm very happy with digital. As far as the streaming, PS Now really has improved a lot. Like, yo, remember the pricing and all that was wild crazy at the beginning. It's gotten a lot better. I mean, that whole $20 a month, they're going to have to down that a little bit. You feel me? That's a little much. But it's the service itself is banging. Like, it really is good.
Yo, that's the thing. Like, I can agree, but I can disagree with the pricing as it is now. What they have right now is perfect, right? $20 a month. I can understand people say it's too much, but yo, look how much you're playing. You're playing over 650 games to choose from that month for $20. Right now they got a promotion, $30, and you get the 3 months. You know what I mean? And they got the $99, which is a year. Everybody keep comparing Game Pass, but if you do the $99 for the year, that is cheaper than Game Pass. You know what I mean?
That is true.
But I can understand. But yo, the pricing structure, how it is when it came out, was rough, bro. It was rough. I remember, yo, people that don't watch my content and they will always like respond, "You defending PS Now pricing?" Like, Nick, my bad. You're like, yo, bro, you don't watch my content. I used to bash the hell out of it. Yo, they need to go. I was bro, let me toot my own horn.
You was the most vocal. You was.
Bro, I was out here saying PlayStation, you need to go subscription. PlayStation, you need to go subscription. Like every video I put up for PS Now, when it hit subscription, even more people was complaining like, "What? $20?" But I was like, "Yo, come on, man. You can't win with game streaming unless you're Microsoft, somebody that hasn't proved themselves." This is the funny thing about the whole cloud and game streaming. Microsoft has been on the back tail of everything that PlayStation has been doing this generation, but yet people got more faith in their cloud stuff than PS Now. When it came to streaming your game from your Xbox to PC, guess where they got that from? Or who had that initiated first? From day one, PS4 had remote play streaming to your Vita and your other devices, your Vita TV and all that stuff were remote play. Now you can do it on your PC remote play. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But yet, nobody was bigging up remote play. Nobody was doing that until it hit the Microsoft side. Like, yeah, this is amazing. Like, yo, you could have did it from day one on PS4.
And mind you, remote play on Xbox, not to interrupt you, remote play on Xbox, you have to be on the same Wi-Fi as the Xbox.
But see, that's the same thing. See, and I said this earlier, it's not even just the streaming. A lot of what PlayStation has done this generation and towards the end of last gen was getting shitted on. And one of the biggest culprits of this is PS Vita. What was the selling factor of the PS Vita? Console-like experiences on the go. What were people saying? We don't want that. We don't want that. Fast forward to the Switch. Oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread, guys.
This is amazing. The Switch is a little different, but I get exactly what you're saying though. But I'm trying to say, look at the streaming and the cloud services that PlayStation offer. What you call it, share play. You know what I mean? Share play, one of the most underrated features.
That's a quality feature.
You know what I mean? PlayStation initiated this gen for consoles, right? Microsoft has something a little bit similar now with Mixer and with your chat, which PlayStation, you could have did that day one when you did your streams on Twitch and all that stuff on PS Live on PlayStation. You know what I mean? They have always been on the back burner when it comes to the cloud stuff and the streaming game stuff, but yet I don't see how people is like, yo, acting like PS Now doesn't exist with this whole Xbox Scarlet thing. Like, yo, the next generation of PlayStation to do the cloud streaming and stuff is not going to be better than it is now. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand it. It's like, it's weird to me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a lot of hypocrisy going on out here. But we'll see, because again, this all is still just speculation. We'll see what happens. I kind of hope Microsoft just puts everything into one box and say, hey, look, pay $500, $400, however many dollars, and just take everything. I kind of hope they do that.
Does that make sense? Look, let's listen to these leaks, right? Like Microsoft is not selling the greatest when it comes to this generation, right? You know what I mean? We don't even know if the joint is at 40 million, or 35 million. EA and everybody else is saying they're around the 30s, 35 range, right? But now, next generation, you're going to come out with two Xboxes. One is just a cloud streaming box, and the other one is a traditional console. Like you've been selling like 90 million consoles plus. Like it don't make no sense. Like, just have one console that can do everything.
These leaks don't add up when I fully think about it.
Yeah, they don't.
It don't make no sense. Like, yo, like Microsoft. The thing is, like Microsoft, they got their games also on PC. And the thing is, with this whole the streaming box console, right? Let's break this thing down for a second. If it's just a box that is going to be streaming consoles, but it's going to cost like $100, what you think the quality of these games are going to be? I'm thinking like they talking like some mobile device, you know what I mean, type games. You know what I mean? Like I don't get it. Like PS Now is streaming PS3 games, right? You have the PS4 games, but you can also see the graphical quality dip. Just streaming the game. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. Microsoft is having like a box that's just mad cheap. You know what I mean? Try to minimize the pixelation and minimize the latency of the lab because they're running everything locally there on the console. Everything else is streaming. It's still going to have a graphical quality dip. Your games already don't even look great. as far as like, not saying that you don't look great, but as far as like the competition games is, much in graphical quality and assurance is just much better. I'm like, it don't add up to me. Like what? A streaming only box? It don't make no sense. Hey,
yeah, if you look at like how what was Valve? Remember Valve was going to come out with all those different boxes for the thing, and it failed. It's too much. Like people don't want to have to choose all these different things. Even with PlayStation 3, 20 gig, 40 gig, 60 gig, backwards compatible, non-back. Like it's too much. People like simplicity. You feel me? You got to keep things very simple and streamlined, because if it's not, then people just going to look elsewhere, honestly.
They're gonna be confused. I didn't know the Wii U was a new console. Shut the fuck up.
But yo, onto
you'd
this
be surprised how many people actually said they didn't know the Wii
I know,
U was
that's
a new
what I'm
console.
saying. People are dumb, man.
But onto this last topic, man. 6.0 beta predictions, real quick. I'm sure we all signed up for it, right? The beta, the 6.0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I missed it.
Oh, you missed it? Nah, don't worry, I got you.
You good. One of them you good.
If so what do you think, what do you predict it to be? Starting with you, Demi.
Trophy tracking and name changes.
You think so?
I think so.
This is a big one too. Pause. 6.0 is a big one. Trophy tracking, that's one thing I really commend Microsoft on, because they do such a good job with that trophy, with the achievement tracking system that they have. It's so amazing to see that, and that's something that I've really wanted on PlayStation for a few years now. I want that actually more so than name change. If anything, if I can only choose one or the other, I would say trophy tracking for sure. That's it though. Trophy tracking and name change.
I think he said that's it.
Oh no, Barry, what about you, man?
I was definitely like on that train for the trophy tracking, but then I started thinking about it, like, yo, does that like mitigate the importance of the trophy? You know what I mean? That's gonna make everything this much easier. Even though I do like the feature, I think the feature is dope. I did like it on Xbox, but I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? It takes away a little bit of that grind, that mystery when it comes to some of the trophies. But I think it'll be cool regardless. It doesn't matter if it adds it. But more important than trophy tracking, I think they should incorporate trophies within PSN. So you have like a leaderboard, for the month for like the week and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like the
that'd be
Xbox,
dope.
Like the Xbox,
yeah. Like, oh, this friend out of all your friends had the most trophies earned this week.
Yeah, it's like the trophy system in PlayStation is great, but it's not social. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those people that are trophy hunters and stuff like that, they can, you know what I mean? You have a little bit more incentive to like, oh, I got to beat this person out this week, or, you know what I mean? Gifting games, I think needs to be up there. I think a refund. I know this stuff is more like policy based. A refund policy for digital games need to be there. Like, it can't be no case to case basis anymore. You got to have a policy there where people can read and actually, learn it.
Refund.
The name changes. Name change is not that important to me, man, because you can always put the real name
changes, bro.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? But like, I go on PSN right now. You don't. When I go on my main page, you don't see Bari Baby. You see Jay Bari. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can just change the real name.
Yeah.
But I get why it's important. People want it. Some of these names do look kind of weird.
I'm tired of being God's assassin, man. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Use underscores in 2018, man. That's it, man.
Yo, another thing I would like them to do is edit an overlay within streaming from the console. So for you to get an overlay, you would have to put the comments there, so you have the comments and the overlay. But I think they should incorporate like a edit feature where you can pick and choose what you want to put in your overlay for when you're streaming, just on the console.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you said that, it's kind of a wish, not really a want, but I wish we could make our own themes in Chef Factory. That's something I would love.
Oh, like background themes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be dope.
Instead of preset stuff, you have your own little,
Mhm.
you have your own little intro and stuff. Yeah, I get it.
That would be dope. That would be dope. For me, the trophy tracking, trophy leaderboards, and name change is probably like the things I want the most. That game gifting, that actually, I actually would like that as well. That would be really dope. You know,
That'd
gift
be dope.
games to your friends and stuff like, hey man, yo, I'm giving you this for Christmas.
Even
like,
though we do that on a usual.
Yeah, we do that anyway. But you know, just being able to just here's a PSN card, not just send somebody the game like, hey, look, this is such and such just bought you this game that starts downloading to their console or some shit. Like that'd be fire. That would be dope. That'd be fire. The policy is funny Barry mentioned that because I do feel that Sony's policies when it comes to returns on digital items are very cutthroat, man. They don't give up for nothing, which I feel is kind of messed up. It shouldn't be case by case. Like they should give people like, hey, look, we give you, not 30 days is excessive, but maybe 7 days or 3 days to decide if you want to keep it or not.
They need an actual policy so people can read up like, yo, what can I do instead of, can this work? You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. But yeah, guys, that's our prediction. 6.0 should be here soon. We creeping into next week. Oh, let me tell y'all something about next week. Next week about to be crazy because this Black Ops 4, and I know me and Barry gonna be on that Black Ops 4 heavy.
Oh, that's being streamed hard.
I know Demi's gonna be on there too, because if they give us extra codes, Demi getting a code, Barry getting a code.
You know how it's going on.
Oh, you already know. It's next weekend I'm streaming Black Ops 4. No bullshit. From Friday night to Sunday night.
Yo, we're gonna see another 8-hour stream and all that, bro. Like,
yes, y'all are. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Next weekend, I'm streaming a lot next weekend. Trust me. It's gonna be nothing but Black Ops 4. And then probably Sunday morning, the fellas, we all can get together and give our thoughts on the beta and talk about it.
In fact, no tournament next week too, so
that's it.
I think if it was a tournament next week, that joint probably been like, you know what? We're gonna push this back.
Facts.
I already told Barry when it comes to playing the rest of the tournaments for the year, you can't put stuff around Spider-Man, around Call of Duty, and around Red Dead. You can't. It can't be nothing around those times.
Well, those weekends are pretty much free. But the other weekend there's a tournament there, but we're gonna be good.
It's gonna be a case by case basis.
We're gonna be good.
Also, man, real quick before we get up out of here, big shout out to Barry, man. Happy birthday to him, man. Today.
Relax.
Hey, bro, I shout you out, man. You the bro. Shout out to Barry, man. Cool, really, a lot of respect, a lot of love and respect for this guy, man.
Old out here, man.
He really is a really cool, humble dude. How are you now? What, 34, right?
34, man.
Like 50 years old.
Damn,
Don't
you old as
20.
Shit,
hey, yo, listen, I'm 34. I've been gaming for 29 years. You know what I mean? I don't think Persona or let me 29 in this one.
Relax. I'm 26. Relax. It's all
I'm
good.
young and I like gaming. Thank you.
I've been gaming for what, 22 years? Relax.
Hey, yo, listen, Debbie, man. When you hit that 30, you're gonna be saying the same thing I've been saying. Like, yo, you young motherfuckers. I've been playing.
I feel like, real talk, I feel like that now. I'm about to be 27. I feel like that now. I feel so so old because, like, when you're in your 20s, most of the time you doing all this crazy stuff. Me, I'm working a full-time job and I'm paying bills and I'm like, I'm old as fuck, man. Like, what the fuck? But again, man, big shout out to Barry, man.
Yo, when you get old, you know you old when people hit you up like, you trying to go out? And like, nah.
Nah, I'm good. I'm a chill. I'm a chill this weekend. You sure? Come on, let's go do nah.
Hey, you trying to persuade me, man, hard, man.
Oh, you look at the phone and you just don't answer. Like you look, you know how like you look at messages without getting the read notifications. You just look at it like,
yeah, I turned that read off quick, man. When I first got the iPhone, man, it was exposing me out here. I was like, oh, I know you read my message. My bad.
But yeah, man, happy birthday to him, man. I know you're gonna have a lot of fun today, man. Doing what he do.
We're gonna be playing some Kingdom Hearts today, man. I'm on my Kingdom Hearts my groove, man. After watching my man Jack move, like, listen, I gotta get back with my Kingdom Hearts and show these people how to play this damn game. You know? I don't know what y'all doing out here, man. Dudes are streaming Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, yo, bro, Jack move, come on, man. Yeah, you know, it's tricky. You know, it'd be tricky when you have a favorite game and somebody's like playing it, like, yo, what are you doing? Like,
and they playing it wrong and it pisses me off. Yo, listen, bruh. Yo, listen. This is why I can't watch certain people stream certain games because I'll get mad. Like, what did you doing, dude? Like, what the fuck is you doing? Especially Kingdom Hearts.
It's like
Kingdom Hearts
purposely play bad too.
True.
Yeah. So
Kingdom Hearts is definitely one of those games because, like, with Kingdom Hearts, I know Kingdom Hearts like the back of my hand when it comes to how to maneuver through the worlds and stuff. So it's like when I see somebody else that's like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Let me see your card layout. Okay, no, you're not doing this. You gotta have this. You gotta have multiple of these.
Your AP looking like. So yeah, that's why I'm back.
Why you fighting Sephiroth for your life bar 8 past Sora's name? Hold on, what are you doing?
Facts, yo, you get like one hit. That's why I'm doing the Kingdom Hearts videos again because I was doing it with one. Like one, I stopped doing it because I was like, I got like 30 gigs of save stuff. Where I'm like, should I even upload these? I got like mad tutorials how to level up quick and all that, but I haven't really posted those. But with two is like my favorite one of the series, so I'm going to post up all of those. Well, one I might post them back if anybody needs them. I'll do it.
You doing commentary on these, or you just
yeah? There's commentary on two. One, I just showed like certain how to get stones so you can get like your ultimate weapon blade, and I did the how to defeat like Sephiroth and stuff like that. But I did it through like text. You know what I mean? It's stuff. But this one I did it through.
What's up, guys? This is your boy J Bar. We about to go back
this guy
and show some love with Kingdom Hearts too.
Yo, I bought Shining Resonance last night, so I'm gonna play that today.
Oh yeah, you gonna enjoy that, man. That's a good game, man. Yeah, it's good. It's good. You gonna enjoy it, bro.
On Switch?
Hell no.
Switch. Yo, listen, the trophies don't seem hard too, man. I'm playing it and it's like, yo, I'm more like 30%. I'm like, damn.
Really?
I don't feel like I did anything. You know
listen, if I'm gonna keep it a buck, if Octopath was on PlayStation and the Switch, I wouldn't have got it on the Switch. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I need to see trophies popping up, man.
I think that's Switch purchase.
Yeah, yo, listen, I need to see trophies popping up.
I feel like I'm doing things. I'm like, bro, why am I not getting rewarded for what I'm doing here?
Yeah, it's PlayStation and Xbox have spoiled me with that whole achievement trophy system that they integrated.
Even Steam has achievements.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like Nintendo's got to get with the times because and don't get me wrong, Octopath is great. Like I'm playing Octopath period because I love the game, but it's like I'm doing shit. And I'm like, I wonder if I would have did this, would this have been a trophy? Like, you know, fighting over
just get a boss and like, yo, no ring, no ding, no nothing.
But nah, Shining Resonance. I asked Barry last night. I was like, bro, do you recommend this? And you know, I trust Barry's opinions when it comes to Japanese games. He was like, yeah, get it. So
it's definitely a Persona type. If you like the Tales games, you're gonna like this.
Yeah. I'm gonna play that today, and probably later we could probably stream some COD or some shit if you get tired of Kingdom Hearts or whatever. We'll play some.
I beat Uncharted 4, guys.
Oh, you did?
That's shit.
Yeah, you did. I'm telling you, Uncharted 4 was good. Lost Legacy is better. Lost Legacy is the best one.
Lost Legacy that's got the action, the set pieces that's quicker, but because it's a shorter game. But I feel like Lost. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Lost Legacy. I like Lost Legacy as well. Yeah, it was good. It was good. The dynamic was cool between those two, but you wouldn't have that appreciation with Lost Legacy if it wasn't for 4. That's, you know what I mean. But
that is true.
It's hard to say like which one is better in my opinion.
They accompany each other very well, but I feel like when it comes to the storytelling in Lost Legacy, it kind of it's told, and yes, it is a shorter game, but it's kind of told. It's told better though. Like I like
the first 5 chapters of Uncharted 4 was like a setup. You know what I mean? They were setting you up for this new life, and it was a little slow, but once it picked up, you know what I mean? It was like, all right, we good. But Lost Legacy was just,
I think for
chapter 4. Then
what Uncharted 4 though, I think why I love that one too so much is just because it's Drake is fighting within himself to leave the old life behind, bro. Like I like that dynamic they did with Drake, and then with him and his brothers and stuff like that. I really did. I did like that. I like that as well.
You know, going from 3 to 4, it didn't make sense for the change. Because in 3, he's like learning himself, and in 4, he's ending it.
Well, because in 4, that's when Amy Hennig left and everything. So the story actually changed. I don't think it was supposed to be like that either. I think it was actually supposed to be very different, the story. But I think they were trying to wrap up and really trying to like end Drake and move on to something else.
Yeah, cause
I think
Uncharted 4's story was fantastic. Like the whole moment between Nate and Elena in the jungle, and like they're hating each other, but then trying to fix the bond.
That part was so sick, man. Like you felt that, man.
Yeah. Especially remember when they walked in the room and she was there, I was like,
that
was
from that part right there until when they got out the cave, when it was blowing up, and then they were hugging each other and stuff like that. I was like, that's hot. Man.
Yeah, that was deep.
She was back ride or die. She was back ride or die. Like I got you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yo, that whole section was deep, man. Like that when he walked in and seen her. And she was disappointed. And then when she saved his life in the jump, I was like, yo, Elaine is that ride or die chick. That's
the moment where like he's talking to himself after the whole moment happens and then Sam leaves him. He's just like, okay, well, I lost my wife. I lost my best friend. What else could go wrong here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. But let's get up out of here. Let's get these outros. Barry, start with you.
Yeah, man, it's boy Jay Barry. Thanks for the quick little invite, or not invite, but I just sacked the whole joint. My bad. Well, yeah, man. TOA Grudge Match number 7 was lit. It should be uploaded on YouTube, but the timestamps are not there, so you got to give me a little time. I don't think I'm going to get it done until about tomorrow, so that will be up, so you guys can check that out. But definitely appreciate everybody that came through. Go ahead and subscribe to my man's Persona. Hit the like button. Demi got reviews. Let them know on Twitter. Bring that damn podcast back, my boys. Bring it back. All right. I've been gone for 3 months now.
We got an announcement in the works.
Hey man, listen, we trying to get a girl on the show to like permanently, like just so that the dynamic is good. It'd be me, Demi, and a chick. So we're trying to get that dynamic.
Trying to get some everyday struggle going on.
Facts, definitely are. I feel like a girl kind of we need that perspective, a different perspective.
I respect it.
But shout out to Barry for coming through, man. Real talk, definitely appreciate it, man. Make sure you check out the Jay Barry Show, Just My 2 Cents. Every week, he started it back up. I was inspired because I was listening to it at work, and he was making a lot of sense. And I was watching this like, you know what, Barry? I'm gonna do it when Persona speaks, because I was looking back at all the stuff on Twitter, and I was like, I'm going for a week and y'all don't know how to act. Let me get back out here, man.
You see the craziness on Twitter. Jay Barry is scared to call out people where even though he put the name in there and told everybody.
When I seen that, so what pissed me off? I was at work, so I couldn't like be on my phone to really like debate, because I was going to debate like, what are y'all talking about? I couldn't, and by the time I got off work, it had died down. I couldn't find the post. I was like, fuck. Man, I really, really wanted to get in on that one.
I think I matured, 2 years before I'd have definitely got in.
Yeah.
But people trying to create drama, and somebody. All I did was just like, I don't agree with what you were saying here in your stream. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty educated to understand like what somebody's saying if they're speaking in the stream. Yeah. And it's pretty clear, evident what you're saying. So I was like, I think it's kind of crazy that you can mention all of that, and Microsoft is doing this, and you not have PS Now. It's like the same thing. Like if I were to say, I'm so grateful for what PlayStation has done for party chats. They have innovated a party chat and pushed that thing forward. PlayStation is the best social media for party chats ever. I'm pretty sure if I made that tweet, people were like, what the hell is wrong with you? 360 had party chats though, right? Mm-hmm, you bring up the past, and you would bring up what 360 has done. That's what I was implying. People was trying to create their own arguments and narrative, talking about I'm saying which one is better and which one is not. I'm just a PlayStation fanboy. Like, did you listen to the stream? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to question. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And they trying to create murder beef. I'm like, yo, I don't have no beef with
Murder
with
beef. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I don't have no beef.
Murder beef.
Yo, listen,
If I disagree with anybody on Twitter
Murder
or here,
beef. Jesus
you know what I
Christ.
mean? Wouldn't I tell you like, yo, I don't agree with what you're saying here, bro? Like, it
Yo,
doesn't
we
matter.
even have disagreements amongst ourselves. Yo, listen, I disagree with Barry all the time. Yo, trust me,
it ain't no murder beef.
It ain't no murder. Like, listen, that's part of the problem, and that's probably gonna be a different. That's probably gonna be a podcast for a different day. But people don't know how to debate anymore, and people don't know how to accept someone else's opinion for
People
what
don't know how to also not put their feelings into it either.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Damn it, feelings, bro. Because yo, all these stuff is coming out from what people was inspiring. Like, where you getting all this from? Yo,
listen. I saw somebody say something, and I'm not mentioning no names. Don't
that's
ask.
what I'm saying,
But
bro.
I seen something, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Really? I'm like, yo, get out your feelings, yo. We just having a gaming discussion. You over here trying to like insults and all that. I'm like, yo, bro, it's no time for all that, man.
Feelings.
All the people like, yo,
me off.
You're just a PlayStation fanboy. Sit your ass down.
But see, that's the man. We're gonna say, yo, I want to get Barry back on the show because I do want to speak on that because a lot of people do use that. A lot of people do use that. And I said this before. A lot of people dismiss Barry because he's so pro PlayStation that they can't fathom that he's also a gamer. Like, people don't believe Barry is a gamer, and it's crazy because it's like people play less games, and it's like, what are you talking about?
You know when somebody don't watch or support your content with some of the arguments that they bring up here. Anybody that sit down really and watch my content, yeah, I am very pro PlayStation, but you will see Xbox stuff on here with streaming. They don't watch that shit. You see the PC stuff. You see the Nintendo Switch stuff. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
I remember you streaming PUBG.
Yeah,
nobody will talk about that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, dudes is trying to make it seem like I just created an opinion saying Fortnite better than PUBG just off the whim. You know, I'm just to be a fanboy. Like, yo, I play PUBG.
I already said PUBG ass. I don't give that. But yeah, man. Shout out to Barry. Yo, Demi, let's get your outros, bro.
That was a long ass outro, but my bad.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Demi got reviews here. Hold up.
Oh no. Demi at work, so he gotta handle what he gotta handle. But yeah, man.
Get back to work.
Get back to work. Yeah, what you doing over there? But as for me, man, you guys already know, man. Your boy Persona. I'm gonna slowly start doing some more commentaries, especially with the fall coming around and all these games coming out. I'm really gonna have a lot to say. Dragon Quest 11. I'm gonna do first impressions on that. Talk about that. Spider-Man. I want Barry in here. Me and Barry. If it's on my channel, or if it's on his channel, I don't care. It might be me, Barry, and a couple of other fellas, man. I want to sit down and talk about first impressions of Spider-Man. I really want to sit down and talk about that.
Yo, that's gonna be a hard week, bro. Because Dragon Quest is Tuesday, Spider-Man is Saturday, Friday. Friday. Oh my god!
And then when Black Ops comes out in October, you know me and Barry gonna have to sit down and break down that multiplayer. And you know that's happening. You guys know that's happening.
I don't need to play Black Ops.
It's a lot of good games, man. There's a lot of stuff coming out, so it's a lot of content gonna be coming out for me. So it's gonna be a lot of news. Yeah, man, you guys definitely appreciate you guys for coming through, man. Also, make sure you subscribe to Demigod Reviews, man. Link to his channel. Actually, it's not in the description, but I'll put that in the
content creations.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead and finish. Do your shout out. Yeah, intro.
What's up, everybody? Demigod Reviews here. Just uploaded a video of me unboxing the Switch. You know, unboxing things with one hand is like hella hard.
Yo, listen. Listen, this guy Barry, one of the best videos Barry's ever made was when he first made his YouTube, bro. I'm telling you, when he was unboxing Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, my man's put the phone down. He said, listen, I ain't got no stand, because I ain't got it like that. Y'all gonna see that black screen.
No edits, nothing, bro. I get that black screen.
I had to edit it out. Like, yo, I'm dropping the phone. Let me just fade this out, fade this in, bro.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to do unboxings with one hand. That's why I stopped doing the cell phone unboxings, because like I'll be like, they'll be seeing my floor and all. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get a stand. I gotta get a stand.
But Nintendo Switch unboxing on the channel. I'm probably not gonna have Double XP Side Quest episode number 5 up because we had to do it on Mixer. I don't know how to upload from the archives on Mixer, so if you want to watch that, go watch it on Fame channel. I have the reviews from the backlog, should be up tomorrow. Then comes the actual reviews of The Crew 2, Yakuza, Detroit. I know I'm late on reviews, but I've been playing a lot of games. Like, I've been trying to knock out some of this backlog too, people. So y'all gotta give me a minute. So if it's late, it's still great. Like, we got games to play. I'm drowning in stuff. I'm buying, and I'm like, I got to get this out the way.
2018.
You got to clear everything out before Spider-Man, and trust me, you want to get everything out the way for that Spider-Man.
Yo, and they got 2 dope ass indies coming out too, Chasm and Death Gambit next month.
I played Chasm at PSX. Chasm is pretty dope.
Yeah, I need to see. I still got to get stuff out the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a lot of good games coming out, and then Shenmue is next month, which I bought and I want to play that. It's a lot.
I already got 3. I'm good.
It's a lot. I never played Shenmue 1 or 2, so I'm
on the fence, bro. Like, looking at that game and looking at what they did to it, and they didn't even HD it up, bro.
Hell yeah, it look rough, bro.
Yeah, it do look rough.
I just boot off the Dreamcast, bro.
It's looking real Deadpool out there, man. No touch-ups.
Hey, for real.
Shake that thing up.
Subscribe to the channel, follow the Twitch, follow me on Twitter, that guy Demi, follow me on IG, that guy Demi _. And come watch the most family friendly, clean, and healthy gaming channel on YouTube. Drama free.
Facts. 100%.
Man, Demi worked hard, man. Definitely deserves all the success, man.
For real. Shout out to him getting 600 subs, man. Let's get this man to 1,000. I want Demi at 1,000 before the end of the year.
Bad boys.
I want Demi at 1,000 for the end of the year, man. Let's get him to 1,000.
Start seeing ads on Demi Jones like, woo.
When you start seeing ads, he getting that bread. You feel me? You start seeing the ads. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through, man. Shout out to Demi and Barry, man. Definitely appreciate them for coming through this Saturday morning / afternoon. I'm about to get my gaming day started, man. I am not doing anything but playing video games today. Don't judge me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stream. I might stream Shining Resonance, or actually I'll stream some Call of Duty. Or I'm playing Blaze Blue too, so I'm gonna stream some Blaze Blue and some COD today. I'm gonna start up Shining Resonance 2, play that, see what that's about. Octopath, I'm gonna try to play that tomorrow. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this little impromptu mini Win Persona Speak / Mog podcast on Twitch or YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube. Streaming it on Twitch or YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube. Blaze Blue and COD is gonna be on YouTube. Octopath is on Twitch. I stream Octopath on Twitch. I don't stream it on YouTube because I'm not trying to get my channel banned or flagged. I do not trust Nintendo. Not when it comes to streaming that. Nope. So I'm
Nintendo gonna monetize your stuff.
Yeah, I ain't, man. I'm good. I ain't trying to get all that.
You keep it strictly Twitch.
Facts. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming through. And I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna do another Win Persona Speaks probably midweek. And Mind of a Gamer, definitely by September, we're gonna be back full force. By first week September, I'm giving us a deadline. So by first week September,
we still got an announcement though coming later today.
What? I forgot.
Remember, I was doing something with the logos.
Oh yeah. What is that? The
Wait, hold on! Don't say it on the.
Oh no, I ain't gonna say it. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Mog Boys do got something planned. It's something that we're working on, and it's in the pipeline. And
I love my Mog fan.
As far as Mog podcast, we will be returning by the first week of September with a new member, maybe even 2. We'll see. 1 or 2 new members. Hopefully, one of them is a female. Definitely want to have a female on the show. And we may do a new day. I don't know. Saturday mornings we might have to change that up now. I'll see how Demi feels about that. Maybe during the week after work or
Sunday mornings.
Better. Sunday mornings, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for coming through, man. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful weekend. Be safe And I'll see you guys next time.
Peace, peace,
Oh, my
peace.
bad though. My mic was on mute.